If you are in sales and you are not using case studies, you are leaving so many opportunities on the table. And as a matter of fact, you may not even be getting them to the table in the first place. In this video, I want to show you how exactly to use a simple strategic case study to generate more leads, move more deals forward, and close with confidence. Ultimately, I want to help you close the gap between being average in your sales conversations and excellent. What's up, everybody? It's Ryan James Miller. I'm a performance coach, a sales strategist, and the founder of the SOS framework. And I help sales teams and individuals build systems that win. Today's topic, how to create and leverage case studies that ultimately help you to open more doors and close more deals, not just collect dust in that proverbial folder that you have somewhere in your desk. So let's dive right into the content so I can show you exactly how you can create and leverage these case studies for yourself. The first question that we need to ask ourselves is what makes a great case study? Look, too many people think that a case study is just a glorified testimonial, but it's not. A real case study tells a story that allows your prospects to see themselves in the journey. So let me break down a few key components to a great case study. Number one, you have to communicate the challenge. What was the client struggling with previous to engaging with you? And use real pain points. Make sure that you are very clear about the specific things that they were struggling with. Two, you have to communicate the solution. What was the strategy? What was the service? What was the product that you utilized and implemented in order to drive a result? Speaking of result, number three is the outcome. Results, real numbers. I want to hear you say that you increased revenue by $1.4 million, because that hits far different than saying I made my client a whole boatload of cash. Number four, when it comes to hearing the client, we should hear from the client. Try to gather a short statement that the client communicates that you can leverage as social proof to those that are going to read that case study. And finally, format is so important. I am so sick and tired of seeing lengthy, overly designed case studies. I'm looking for a simple single page that includes as few visuals as possible that drives me home in feeling the pain, but ultimately experiencing the result that you delivered to the prospect that you were working with. Once we know what makes a great case study, we need to know how to create a great case study. And there's 4 steps that I think that you should consider as it relates to creating a great case study for yourself and for the opportunities that you're looking to create. Number 1, make sure that you choose the right clients. Don't just choose the client that you love to work with, though that's helpful, or your favorite client, though that can be cool. Make sure that you choose clients that you demonstrated a measurable result for, that you created a big win for. Think about your ideal prospect as well. Find stories that they will relate to, again, so they can see themselves in there. Step 2, make sure that you are interviewing your client. Ask before questions and after questions. Ask questions like, what were things like before we started working together? What was the environment? What was the experience? How did it feel like? What did it look like? Things like that. And don't be afraid to ask for metrics. How much time was saved? How much revenue did we increase? What kind of conversions did we improve? Make sure that you're getting verbatim from the client what they experienced from their side of things through the process. Step 3, structure it appropriately. Make sure that you use bullet points, bold text, and keep it simple and tight. Speak specifically to the things I spoke about in the earlier section. Don't draw out a big old long thing that nobody is going to read. And step 4, make it really, really easy to share. You can turn it into a PDF. You can turn it into an extremely short slide deck. Pull quotes that you can use for LinkedIn posts. You could even film a simple 45-second to 1-minute client testimonial that you could link in that case study and share with others as you go out there and share it in a variety of manners. Next up, let's talk about how we're going to use case studies to actually win business. We're not just here to brag about ourselves, we're here to win more opportunities. So there are a couple of ways that you can use case studies to win business. The first one is with lead gen. Make sure that you are posting your case studies to LinkedIn or to whatever social platform your ideal clients are participating in. And you can kick that post off on LinkedIn by saying something like how, and name the client, or how a client in this industry or a client of this size, whatever's going to speak to your ideal client profile, how they increase sales 3 times by using our system. If you want the full case study, DM me, reach out to me for more. Make sure that you add that case study to the different places that you spend a lot of time or that people may arrive at to learn more about you. Things like your website, your social profiles. You want to have your prime case studies accessible to as many people as possible. And finally, just like in videos that I'm doing right here, that when I told you earlier that I generated $1.4 million in additional revenue for a client, that was actually profit. And that was one of my real clients. You see, we want to integrate our case studies into the videos that we're doing, the webinars we're doing, podcasts that we're a part of. Wherever we are speaking, we want to speak to those case studies, and then we can offer more information if our prospects are curious about them. But it's not just lead gen, it's also prospect nurturing. Have you ever found yourself in a place where you've had a great discussion with a prospect, only to realize afterwards that it's kind of gone stagnant and you don't know what to share or send with them? Why not send them a case study? You don't just have to, though, email it as an attachment. We actually have a really cool process we've created in which we create the case study for our clients, and then we create a multi-part email series that breaks that case study down further and in more detail, so you can create an email campaign out of that case study while driving value to the prospect. You can use it in pitch decks. Start the meeting off with proof of working with you. Here's what an experience would look like if you were to work with us. And if you get rejection, if you get somebody that says to you, I'm just not so sure I'm ready to work with you now, or I'm not sure whether or not I'm ready to switch to you now, how about you use your case study as a way to overcome that objection? Here's another one of our clients that had a similar concern to you, and look what the results were when they decided to give us their trust and invest in us, and we invested in them. And lastly, when it comes to closing deals, attach case studies to your proposals. And if you get a deal that stalls, you were right there, but it's not quite over the finish line yet, send a case study. Remember, we do not have a closed deal until we have money in our pocket. A signed contract is good, money's even better. So make sure that you're leveraging these case studies in as many places as you can in order to open more doors and close more deals. Look, if you are serious about building trust and shortening your sales cycles, you need to be using case studies. Hopefully you've had testimonials. Hopefully you've done positive work for your clients and impacted them in certain ways so you can create these things. So I just want to give you one action step as we're landing the plane here, and it's pick one client that you've worked with over the past year and turn it into a one-page case study this week using the framework that I shared with you earlier. And if you'd like a customized template that will help you further unpack how to create that case study for yourself, just make sure you comment below if you're watching this video, the word case, C-A-S-E, and I will share with you a template that we use to create the most effective case studies possible for our clients. And by the way, for ourselves. Remember, success leaves clues. When you capture those clues in a story that speaks directly to your next client's pain points, you become the obvious solution. No more guesswork, clarity around who they should choose to do business with and why. So get out there and create an effective case study for yourself to open some more doors and close more deals.